Hey, it's Tom. A rare quiet moment in my household. The dogs are here, but they're quiet right now. Mom and daughter are out, and they could come home at any moment. So anyway, quick. I did a fast today. I wake up 4:30, 4:45 a.m. and I do some stuff sometimes on my computer. I design t-shirts online. I do all kinds of stuff using graphics packages, graphic software, stuff like that. I test software by day. I commute into New York City. So it's a long day. It's like a 2-hour trip in, 2-hour trip home at night. You know, I'm gone for like 11, 12 hours a day. And then, I don't get to sleep till 11 o'clock, midnight. Rare occasions, sometimes 10:30 or 10 o'clock at night. But it's usually between 11 and midnight. And then it starts all over again. So I'm essentially done eating or consuming calories because I drink tea with cream in it at night. At around, it could be 11 o'clock, could be 10, could be midnight. And then, I get up at 4:30, quarter to 5, 10 to 5, whatever time I actually crawl out of bed when my alarm starts going off. And so now with this regimen, instead of having a real breakfast, I have black coffee, which I despise, but I'm getting used to it. I don't enjoy it. I'll never enjoy it the way regular coffee, but, coffee with cream in it. But, you got to do what you got to do. So I have some coffee, good coffee, by the way. It's either good ground coffee, my wife happens to buy ground, or I grind it myself. I got two containers of beans in there waiting to be unvacuumed sealed when I run through this stuff. So I do that. I do what I got to do. And then I go to work. So today I did a dry fast. I didn't drink anything all day. No water, no tea. During the day you can drink black coffee or black or green, no milk in it, plain, no sweetener, tea or water. But they were talking about the benefits of dry fasting, and that's supposedly when you dry fast, the way the Muslims do in Ramadan, because when they fast during the daylight hours during their month of their religious month, they cannot even drink water, nothing. They cannot eat or drink. And they've done a lot of medical studies on a lot of Muslims and found out that it's not harmful at all. You don't become dehydrated. I mean, if you live in a desert locale or something, it might be a little different. But, I'm in the middle of winter in North America here, so and I sit at a desk, so you don't become dehydrated. And you can, you will start drinking liquid when you have your meal later in the day anyway. So, but anyway, the dry fasting is supposed to free up, your body pulls more fat out to grab its own water that's trapped in the fat. It basically liberates more fat in order to liberate the water for metabolic reasons, since it's not getting any external water. And supposedly you burn fat faster that way. Now, for me, I'm at the beginning of this. I did it today. I'm not going to do it every day because, frankly, when you don't eat all day, it's one thing. But when you can't even go to the water cooler and get some hot water and look forward to a cup of tea, psychologically, it's a little tougher. But I made it through. I came home, I ate, and the beauty is you come home, you can eat whatever you want. Now, they do talk about, if you're doing the longer fasting where it's like, say, an 8-hour eating window, a shorter fasting, longer eating window, you can break your fast with certain types of maybe a higher protein food or whatever. You don't really have that option when you're doing OMAD, one meal a day. You ready to eat, break your fast, that's it. You don't have hours at it, so to speak. So it depends what you eat. If you're eating something that's, vegetables and protein, great. If my wife happens to throw a pasta-based dish, or say lemon chicken with white rice, then that's dinner. You're not always going to get that option. But I was looking up the glycemic index of a lot of these things. A lot of these things like pasta and even white rice, they're not really high glycemic. I thought they were, but apparently they're not. You can look it up, Google it. So anyway, and you know, we'll see how it goes. I know that the last time I did this, I didn't do it nearly as seriously, and I did lose weight. I don't know how much weight I lost because I don't even own a scale, but I go by how my clothes fit. My clothes got a lot looser, and there's another measure. We have a conference room at work, and it's got these little chairs with these metal, like, arms on them. And if you're big, it's hard to fit into these chairs. You have to literally fit into them. And, you know, I've had times where it's tough standing up. You have to grab the arms and push down on them so that when you stand up, the chair doesn't stay attached to your bottom, which is kind of embarrassing in a group of people, you know. So anyway, the last time I did this, those chairs became loose. I was able to sit in those chairs and actually almost cross my legs. It was an amazing feeling. And then I gave up the intermittent fasting like an idiot because I wasn't getting results fast enough. I hit a plateau. I really wasn't psychologically ready. I needed some more health problems to get me going again. So that was provided to me. And the chairs got a little tighter again. Not as tight as they were before the last time, but I was definitely going the wrong way. So, and with all my research now, online research, I hate when people use YouTube as research, but with all my watching and catching up with the subject through Google and YouTube, I'm ready to do it seriously in the right way, hence not having cream in my morning coffee and stuff like that, which I was doing last time, and I still managed to somehow lose weight. So I know that this works, okay? And just a word on HCG for the people who may have followed my channel prior. I have over 400 subscribers on this channel. In case you see a notification and you say, oh, look, it's HCG Tom, what's he up to? I'm not anti-HCG. HCG works. But for me, it's not practical anymore. When I was doing HCG, I was newly separated from my first wife. I was cooking for myself. I was in total control of my caloric, you know, what I was doing. You know, now I'm married, and my wife is an awesome cook, awesome chef. I mean, chef quality. I mean, she cooks restaurant quality meals. That's, you know, when I started dating her, the food, I couldn't believe it. You know, I grew up with an Italian American mother. My mom, my grandmother knew how to cook very well. My wife's an amazing cook. I never thought I would have something close to what my mom and my grandmother were capable of, and here I found someone who surpasses that, all right, on many levels. So anyway, I put the weight back on, and then some. So I tried doing HCG when, you know, before we were married, we were living together, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't stick with it. I couldn't do it the right way. Very tough doing 500 calories a day with prepared foods. And, you know, I come home and she would want to make a meal. It's just a night. You can't. You need, you know, you need a certain something to be able to do something that restrictive. And the other thing is, it is kind of restrictive. You have to get the stuff. I don't even know if the good stuff is available anymore, but you have to get the stuff. I don't believe in the homeopathic stuff. I was getting the real freeze-dried stuff. So anyway, I know it works. I know it works, and it works very well. Probably a lot faster weight loss than intermittent fasting, but this is a lot easier to do. You just don't eat all day. You just don't eat. I know it sounds weird, but Tom, it's hard not to eat all day. Yeah, in the beginning it is a little hard. You get some hunger pangs in the morning. Hunger pang. My wife never heard that term. She's like, it's hunger pain. I'm like, no, it's hunger pang. P-A-N-G. It's a word. But they're little pains, I guess you can call them. You have to get used to it. And anything you do, you're going to have to get used to. If it's a change in lifestyle or whatever, you're changing things up on your body. It's like, hey, what's going on? Where's the food? So you got to fight through that. But honestly, even on the first day of fasting, after the initial whatever, I had a tiny bit of nauseousness from those feelings in the morning while I was on the bus going to work. They passed before the bus ride was even over. Listen, if the door opens here, I'm going to have to cut this short abruptly. So if I cut it short abruptly, that's why. That means my wife got home. So anyway, I just, you know, I know intermittent fasting works. It doesn't work as fast as HCG, but I believe it's more sustainable. You don't have to worry about if you go off it, you can't eat a certain way for several days or you'll have a massive weight gain because this chemical's still in your body. It's not like that. It's more flexible. If you have an event, you could be doing this all week and then Saturday or Sunday you have an event, a wedding or something to go to. Fine, go, enjoy, eat, no big deal. No big deal. You just get back to it the day after. Now, the other thing I wasn't doing right the first time I did intermittent fasting was I wasn't really doing it on the weekends. Now, I would just eat normally and crazy on the weekend. Now, I'm going to follow it probably more in a 16/8 regimen on the weekend. I'll wake up, I won't have breakfast, I'll stick with the black coffee in the morning, and I won't eat until like 2 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I'll start with whatever. And that'll enable me to have a normal lifestyle with my family, but still have some of that fasting effect on the weekend. And I think I've got it figured out. We'll see what happens. I really need to lose a lot of weight. I have a lot of health problems, all related to weight. And I've been fighting this battle for years and never won it. I always think I'm about to find something that's going to work for me, and it doesn't. I especially enjoyed Dr. Jason Fung, a Canadian nephrologist who's big in this area, and the stuff he talks about, how it's not calories in, calories out. I see this stuff all the time online, especially when they post pictures of fat people on Facebook, and all these people have never had weight problems, they don't have the hormonal issues or whatever causes this, saying just don't watch your calories, it's calories in, calories out. No, it's not. It's got to do with, it's calories, but it's got to do with hormones like insulin. Insulin's the big one, and cortisol, but insulin. So if you could control insulin, that's the key factor here. So most of the day, you're keeping your insulin low, your body's able to pull from its fat stores. You're giving your body a break. We eat way too much in the Western world. People are eating round the clock. They wake up in the middle of the night and they eat. They're eating before bed. Now, if you're doing the fast like I am, you can eat before bed. But then they're eating in the morning, and they're eating in the mid-morning, and they're eating at lunch, and they're eating in the afternoon. And then you get this terrible advice out there. Oh, you got to eat 7 to 10 meals a day to keep your blood sugar level. That's a bunch of bull. Okay, that's a bunch of bull. That's a prescription for being fat. I don't know if it seems to work for some people. Maybe people who work out all the time are constantly using up their glycogen stores. We don't all work out all the time, Some of us have to work for a living and have families. Like I said, I'm out 12 hours a day. 12 hours a day, and then I come home, and I got family. I got a 4-year-old, I got 2 dogs here. I have a wife. I got other extracurricular things that I do outside of work, online. I have websites and things. I'm a very busy person. I don't have time to go to the gym, I do get physical activity with work. I walk on the New York City subway a lot, climbing tons of stairs and everything. None of that has ever affected my weight because insulin is always in my body storing fat. So we'll see what happens this time. We'll see if I can actually accomplish what I've seen so many people on YouTube and online accomplish with these programs. Whether it's 16/8 or, is it 16? No. Yeah. Or 20/4, whatever. You break up the 24-hour period into fasting/eating window. And the eating window is the smaller number. But, people do these in different ratios. And they say you should mix it up. So that's why on the weekend, when I'm going to do it a little differently, that's probably a good thing, And during the week, it gets a little boring at work. When people are eating lunch, there will be birthday days when we go out to restaurants where I'll just end my eating window earlier. But again, that's a good thing once in a while. So this is actually very stress-free in a way. The biggest thing is, when you're normally expected to eat or mentally you've been conditioned, you're not. And other people are eating around you and just mentally you're like, oh, should I be eating right now? It's like this brainwashing you have to undo. In evolutionary terms, we were never meant to eat around the clock. our ancestors ate when they, it depends. I mean, if they were farmers, whatever, but still, even farmers, they didn't need to eat all the time. Even if they were growing their own food and they had livestock, they weren't eating all the time. Even as recently as the 1970s, Dr. Jason Fung was saying they've done studies and that people weren't eating between meals the way they do today. So this whole obesity epidemic can be tracked back, and you can see the rise with how people have changed their eating habits. So anyway, just some background. I wanted to give some further background on the whole HCG thing, and this channel has been stagnant for a while. I kept it there. I didn't want to do anything with it. I thought eventually I would get back to something because I would have to. I mean, my knees have been bothering me. I think I mentioned in my previous video, I had 2 pulmonary embolisms, which is a genetic thing with me, with clotting. So I'm on anticoagulants medication for life. So I can't, for me, just getting an operation could be a problem. So I went to a knee specialist. I got these knee pains and also the onset of like osteoarthritis. And he's like, we got to do an arthroscopy to take the torn meniscus out of your knee. That's why you're having so much pain when you walk, and it doesn't heal. Based on where the tear is, it either can or it cannot heal. So my wife's like, no, you're not getting an operation anytime soon. She's like, you got high blood pressure. I take medicines for it. It's never been well controlled. And she's like, you're on anticoagulant stuff and all this stuff. She's like, you can't go in for an operation in this condition. So I didn't know what else to do. So I said, I'm just going to, I read about the anti-inflammatory effects of this. And would you believe, in one day of intermittent fasting, my knee pain, well, I did 2 things. One is you would wear these boots to work. They have inserts, but it's a harder walk, and it probably isn't good on my knees with my weight. So I got New Balance black walking sneakers, semi-high tops, like 3/4. And you kind of get away with them. They almost look like shoes. I don't like wearing them. I like the boots better, but you got more cushion there. So they've definitely probably helped. But the inflammation, I would wear sneakers on the weekend, and I still, getting out of a chair, I would sit here and have to count and think, do I really want to stand up right now? That's how much my knees would hurt, just standing up from a seated position. I still have the knee pain. I'm not trying to say there's a miracle here. There's still problems there, but the doctors have told me a lot would get better with losing weight. For every 10 pounds or whatever of weight lost, it's like so many extra pounds of pressure relieved less on your knee when you walk. And the other thing is the inflammatory. Now they're saying this diet is anti-inflammatory. In one day, a lot of the inflammatory throbbing pain that I would have went away. And I actually was able to stand up from a seated position with a lot less pain. It still hurts, but not like it did. So between the new sneakers and the diet, I'm doing okay. I was limping chronically to and from work. Now, could you imagine? I have to walk to my bus stop, catch a bus to New York City, and then walk a long block, like the equivalent of 2 city blocks, to my subway. I have to go up and down stairs during all of this, take the subway down to where I work, and then climb the equivalent of like 6 or 8 flights of stairs, long ones, to the top, because my subway comes in all the way at the bottom. It's a lot, and I was literally limping, and going down the steps hurts more than coming up. So, I'm like sitting here, and then my left knee my right knee's the worst one. My left one started to hurt. I said, oh God, here we go. The left one's getting bad now. I got to do something. So in only one day, and now 2 days, well, this is the 3rd day actually, but in the first 1 to 2 days, yesterday, the day before, of doing this, I've had a marked reduction in pain in my knees. And I believe that's the anti-inflammatory thing. And maybe even what they call the autophagy, or whatever they call it, autophagy, which is like your, I'm saying it wrong. I don't like that word, but it's basically your body eating up bad cells and recycling them, basically creating the next version of you. It's a healthy thing. And they say that black coffee in the morning actually promotes that too, in conjunction with this. So anyway, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm up to 20 minutes here so far. For anybody who got bored, I'm sorry. If you're still here watching it, thanks for sticking with me and getting the whole backstory to this. So I'll post when I can about my progress with this. Eventually I'll get a scale. I don't have one yet, but I'll post how I feel and whether I think my clothes fit any better or whatever. I mean, it's none of this stuff's overnight, And it's definitely not as quick as HCG. So I'm not going to be losing 2-3 pounds a day or anything like that. But, it's a pretty cool thing. So it's probably not going to be an everyday type of video thing. But I'll post my progress and comment below. Please like and subscribe. Recommend this if you can. And I also create t-shirts on this subject, so there's a link below. Hey, it helps, right? It helps support the channel and my endeavors. And I don't know. I get these ideas. I'm like a t-shirt. The ones I'm going to post are strictly related to this subject, but I have the whole gamut. I'm like a t-shirt machine that I create. I get ideas and I open up the software and I go to work and I create them. It's like a creative outlet of mine. It's like therapy. So in addition to other things I do, I also have a cryptocurrency channel. Think Bitcoin and things like that, which I haven't posted to in a while because we've been in a bad bear market and I've been trying to do the t-shirt thing. There's only so many hours in a day to address all the different things that interest me and also keep up with my other obligations like work and home life. So I do what I can when I can. So anyway, I'm still alive and kicking. And I'm hoping through this I can be alive and kicking a lot longer because I'm telling you, the route I was going, I probably wouldn't be here much longer. All right? A lot of wear and tear on this 50-year-old body. I was in a meeting one time and there was another guy. He's actually in good shape, but somebody said something to him and he had this confused look and he was trying to remember something. And he just laughed and said, he goes, "It's been a long 50 years. He was the same age as me. And he thinks he's a little older than me. And I just cracked up when he said it. And after the meeting, I went to him and I said, dude, that was great. It's been a long 50 years. That's exactly how I feel. In some ways, mentally, you can think back to your 20s and feel like it was yesterday. And then in other ways, you're like, wow, it's been decades. So a lot of wear and tear on the body in that time from stupid decisions, stupid weightlifting and things like that when I was younger. All you young people out there, especially the weightlifters, please be careful with how much weight you do and the showing off and everything. You will pay for it someday with joint problems. So anyway, not to go off on too many tangents as I wind this up. Hopefully this 23 now, whatever minute video won't be above any restrictions that YouTube may have, and I can upload it. And I guess that's that. I probably should have turned this sideways to make this so it would fit the computer screen better, but I'm doing this on a phone. So that's about it. I already had my meal. I'm having cups of tea right now, which I enjoy. And I'm enjoying life right now. It was a long fasting day, but now I get to unwind and relax. Actually, tomorrow I'm home. One of my daughter's medical appointments. So I'm actually going to do some kind of a variated fast tomorrow. Probably more of a 16-8 or whatever it is. Also fighting off a cough I've had for weeks from my 4-year-old bringing germs home from school. So that's about it for now. See you next time. I hate ending these. I like doing videos. Hopefully you like watching them. Later.